pulls up my warranty. And she goes to click it and put it in there and all that, and it flagged me again. Harbor Freight's flagged me for the second time on returns. We got a big storm. It's about to hit us in the next probably 15 minutes, 20 minutes tops. The wind's picking up, and it's early too. So I'm headed to hopefully get a new generator. Hey Gabby, I'm going to take this other one back. We'll see if they give me any fits. We got the year protection warranty on it, and they shouldn't give us any problem, but they did last time. If you guys watched like the last video or so, I talked about how they sold me the warranty, but pretty much said we don't know if we'll return it again if you need to. I'm like, but I was like, I had to have it because I knew these generators fail when you use them like we do. So we'll see. I'm gonna load it up. I'm gonna let the chickens out first just before it starts pouring on us. I'll pull my trailer up here. I'm gonna load up in the trailer. This new truck I got is so tall, it's gonna be somewhat impossible to unload it once I get it. I can get it loaded right now with the Bobcat, but once we get to the store, it's gonna be a pain in the butt trying to unload. So we're just gonna take the trailer today. How's everybody doing? Still didn't eat the bread. You all good? You hear the thunder, Gabby? Gracie, you hear it? It's actually supposed to be cooler weather today, like the high of 79. And then tomorrow in the 80s, and then 100, 100, 100, 100, 100, as far as the eye could see. But the mini horses, I'm gonna feed them real quick before the rain comes. Let me see. They do got some water before the well shut off. Okay, let's get them fed. No, I'm sure you guys want to eat too, right? Okay, I'm gonna get the truck hooked up, get the trailer hooked up, get this Predator 9500 inverter loaded before we get soaked. I would normally call them, but I talked to them I think a week or two ago whenever it messed up before. They had two, so I'm crossing my fingers that they at least have one left. They don't open for another hour or so, but I want to be there when they open, so we'll just chance it and see if it all works out. Yeah, look at this. I just got to town to get some fuel. It's raining bad. Flash flood, isn't it? Check it out. That quick. That's crazy. Awesome, man. The pumps out here aren't working. It's flooded everywhere. My gosh. We made it. The rain made it too. It's bad. Okay, I'm getting an exchange, but it was a pain in the butt. We'll explain that here in a little bit. Okay, got loaded up. I'll talk to you guys here in just a little bit. I gotta go in there and get some other stuff. Okay, got it unloaded. Smells brand new. I've dealt with this too many times. Oh, so eventually we won't need this. It just was crazy. We're off grid, but you're still dependent on things, right? You still need fuel for the generator. Our solar, like we're not charging right now, and our main power bank is almost completely drained because last night we didn't get to charge anything. So we're off grid, but we're still dependent on stuff. The water, I want to get a pump. That way, if it does go out like this, I can have water still. And also, we have in the works of hooking up to rural water for a backup, to the backup or whatever, you know. So we'll have different options for water. But last night we were watering. Generator dies. We can't pump any more water, so we got to get a hand pump on there, just for those situations, just for the animals. We can go to town and get water for ourselves and stuff like that. And if we had to, we could go get water and bring it to the animals, but we don't want to if we don't have to, right? So I would like to get a hand pump on here eventually. But we gotta get a few tools, fill this up with oil and gas, finish watering the animals, and then get hooked up to the house. We start charging some batteries. And I'm gonna talk to you guys about how they gave me fits again. I did not think I was gonna be able to return it today. I was like, oh my gosh, you gotta be kidding me. So this is a yellow can. It's supposed to be diesel, but that's all they had. We're just putting enough in here to get the generator running to water the animals, and I'll take it back over there. We got a little pump that we'll pump into. Okay, I'm gonna finish watering the animals, and then we'll get this hooked up to the house. And then we'll get this thing filled up. I'll show you guys plugging it up and turning it on. Pretty simple little setup I got. This ain't ideal for just being off grid during a generator all the time, but that's the situation we're in. But yeah, we're kind of just going with it. It's been 2 years, and it's been fun. It's been not so fun, like last night when the generator went out, and then when Harbor Freight doesn't want to give me a new one, even though I have the warranty on it. It's something else. Okay, so this is probably what you guys have been waiting for, is to hear about what happened when I went to exchange the Pryor 95 inverter generator. Before we get into that, I need to clarify a few things with you guys. I get a lot of comments on all the videos, but on this one, last one in particular, when I had messed up on it and stuff, I think a lot of you guys, even though I talk about the warranty, a lot of you guys still think that I'm buying, like I bought 4 or 5 generators. That's simply not the case, because I get a lot of comments saying that you should just spend the money on the solar, on your solar setup, and do away with those cheap generators. Quit wasting your money on all those generators. We've only bought 2 generators while we've been out here. One Predator, and then one Westinghouse dual purpose. And I think I'm gonna get that one fixed pretty soon. I found a guy that can work on them, I think. But anyway, so we've only bought like 1 Predator generator. Yes, they have quit us like 4 times now at least. Over the last 2 years, So, and I've bought the warranty, I think twice, because the 2 or 3 other times, I wait the 90 days before I buy the warranty, because 2 or 3 times they didn't make the 90 days. So we've got 1 generator and 2 warranties, which are like $299, like $399, so $600. So the crazy thing about it is, when we first bought the generator, we got back behind us 2 years ago, it was $1,999, and fuel prices were about $2.50 a gallon. So that's why I get a lot of questions too, is like, how much money are you spending on fuel? Isn't it just cheaper to hook up to the grid? Well, yes, it would be cheaper probably, for sure. But that's not what we want to do. And whenever we moved out here initially, it was literally like having an electric bill. The gas price was, because gas was cheaper. Now, since gas is here in Oklahoma, which is going to be cheap probably for where you're at, but it's $3.50 here a gallon. But you guys know it's went up to $4. It's just been like this the whole time. But when we first moved out here, it was less than $2. It was actually between $2 and $2.50, closer to the bottom end, if I remember correctly. But now it's starting to go up again. So yeah, during the summertime is when we use the generator the most, because we're running our house air conditioner. And last year when we was in the camper, we were running the camper air conditioner, because we don't have the solar capability yet, or the power banks to be able to run a big air conditioner like that. We can run a window unit and stuff like that, but it doesn't cool the whole house down. So during the summer is when we're using it the most. During the winter, off-grid during the winter is actually pretty easy. We would run the generator 2 to 4 hours to charge batteries, and we're good for the whole day until the next day, 24 hours. And then the solar kicks in now, and has been charging our big bank in here now. It's been working out really, really well. We do have a solar in the well house, but my inverters have messed up, and we've had nothing but problems with them. So I would like to get that fixed, but I think we have a solution coming other than the rural water. I think I got some other things in the plan, but that's for another video. So I just want to clarify that we've only bought the 1 Predator generator. So these don't keep breaking, and I'm buying. I understand if that's what you thought, then that would make sense. Like, just spend the money on that. When we first moved out here, we had the funds to start the house pad and all that, or buy a big solar setup. If I could go back and do it all over again, 100%, I would do my solar first, knowing what I know now. So if you guys are wanting to do the off-grid lifestyle and have solar, and you just bought your property, or you're thinking about buying property, my number 1 advice for you guys: get your solar set up, the best system you could afford, and get it going first before you go move out there. In fact, that's the one thing I would do all over again at this point, is I would get my power source set up, not just use a generator. It'd make things a lot easier. I think you guys understand that. So, all right, anyways, I just want to clarify some of that. I hope that did. I hope I didn't confuse anyone anymore. With that being said, let's jump into when I went to Harbor Freights. Now, the mosquito. The ladies that were in there were nothing but helpful. It was awesome. But when I first went in there, I called like a week or 2 before, and they had 2 on hand. I was just taking a chance of them having 1 on hand. When you guys seen it, this is like the next day or 2. But I was taking a chance of them having it, because we were actually getting ready to go out of town to the Max and all that stuff. So when I got there, the girl pulled it up on there, and I seen she's, oh, we got 7 of those. They got some more in stock. That's awesome. And the price is $26.99, I think, or $25.99, right, $2,600. So she's like, all right, we're working out the exchange, and the manager came over, because they're pulling up my warranty and all that stuff, and she said, well, what's the model number or whatever on there? And she looked it up, and they go, oh, we actually don't have that. And I said, no, you got 7 of them. I just seen them. Actually seen the exact picture and everything. She said, no, those are different. I said, no, they're not different. She said, well, the one you're returning was $19.99. I said, no. Yes. I said, yes, it was 2 years ago. I said, that's how much, with inflation and everything, it's went up almost over $600. So I said, that's the same generator. It's just a higher price now. So before, it's been higher for the last year or so, since inflation just went crazy. Before, at the other store, the manager had to go in there and manually put $19.99 instead of $26. So I explained that to her, and she did it. And I was like, I'm gonna get one, because I was really nervous that this wasn't gonna work. Because I've been flagged last time, and I was like, man, I just don't know. So she did that, and she's all right, well, we can get it. So then she pulls up my warranty, and she goes to click it and put it in there and all that, and it flagged me again. Harbor Freight's flagged me for the 2nd time on returns. This is what's crazy. She said, it said exactly like, denied, blah, 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 blah. I say exactly. It said denied, blah, 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 blah. Call this number if you have any questions. And I told you guys in the last video, that's what they did to me last time. I called the number last time and got it all straightened out. This time, they're on California time, on Oklahoma time, and they were going to open for another hour and a half. And I explained to her, I said, look, what I had to do last time is call this number like they're telling me to do now, tell them what's wrong with it, blah, 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 and all that stuff. And they finally, after going back and forth, he finally honored the warranty and gave me a number. And I told her all this, and I said, so I'm going to call them. I'm probably going to argue with them a little bit, and hopefully they'll give me a number, and you'll just type it in, and everything will be good. So I said, but they're not open for an hour and a half, and I'm like, we're needing to leave if possible, you know. So she understood. Great help. It was awesome employees there. So she said, I said, what can I do? She's like, well, there's nothing we can do. Like, you're going to have to just call the number. And that's when I told her, I was like, oh gosh, like, you know, this has been nothing but problems, blah, blah, blah. And she said, well, let me try one thing. So she typed some buttons, and she said, I just overrid it, so I can give it to you now. So I was like, oh, thank goodness. So the manager approved it. I don't know what would have happened if I would have called that number or not, but she approved it, and we got everything taken care of, which you guys seen us hooking up the generator now, or hooking up the generator in this video. But they flagged me for the second time, and I'm hoping we don't have a third time. I'm hoping we don't have a third time. That's my goal, is to have what we need, because we're in summertime. They're getting ready to go into fall and winter, obviously, and the power needs are minimal as far as the big draw, because we run off propane. We got propane heaters in the house, and we got the big measurement heater for the main heat source. So we don't need a generator to run a heat source for us. We have all that other than electric. So I'm hoping and praying that we'll have the funds and all that to get the right system we need going into spring and winter. That's the plan. We have a few big other big things that we have to do in the house, so we can get the house done, the siding and all that, and then we'll be able to go dive deep right into a good solar setup. That's the plan. So you guys are up to date with me. This generator is running great, obviously, and it's not that the Predator generators are crap. I know a lot of you guys think they are. They're actually, I think they're really pretty decent generators, but the workforce that we're putting on it's the workhorse for us. It's probably abnormal to run it as much as we do, but it says nothing in the warranty that it's only 2,000 hours maximum life, or you can only run this for 100 hours a month, or you void your warranty. It says nothing like that in the warranty. So we're not in any violation of the warranty. So everything's good on our part. That's why they gave us another one, I assume, because we did get the warranty. So the tricky part is when I go back in there before the 90 days up to get another warranty on it, see what they say about that, and I'll keep you guys updated. So that's where we're at. It's getting dark on me. You guys may not be able to see me real well, or you might be able to, but yeah, so that's where we're at. Got flagged again, but it's all taken care of as of right now, so we're doing good. So if you guys have any questions or concerns, leave comments down below.